your introduction to the root chakra. Location is the bottom of your spine. The frequency and vibration of red. The element of earth. The breath is in and out the nose. Slow and methodical. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale through the nose in alignment, up the left and down the right. The earth element is in relationship with the stars, as above so below, to the astrological sign of Taurus in the neck, Virgo in the large colon, and Capricorn in the knees. Let us begin. Welcome to White Feather Holistic Balance. So you're on my table, you got a treatment, you felt very balanced and connected and protected, and I gave you some homework. I told you about movements, I told you about color, I told you about crystals, I blew up your phone with videos. We're going to expand on that and explain it a little deeper today. And always I want to remind you that polarity is 4 levels deep. It's about the polarity treatment to anchor in and rewire yourself, but it's also about the movement. So important to do your homework. And it's about the light and frequency of color and sound and crystals and food. And it's also about lifestyle choices. Are you going to get up in the morning or before you go to bed and take care of your energy hygiene? You take care of your physical hygiene, let's take care of your energy hygiene. It only takes about 6-7 minutes a day, and those are the videos that I send you to bring you into balance. So, and I also wanted to mention about the earth, what it feels like when it's out of balance. And it's very much anxiety provoking, it's about fear, it's about poor self-worth, it's about the inability to go forward on your choices and connecting. And you may very well be doing all the other balancing, setting your intention and giving attention to that intention, but if you're not anchoring it, you can't move forward on it, because that's where the energy comes from. So very, very important to bring that into balance. And I know there's plenty of research out there that you can look up about earthing, about getting into the woods, about sitting on the earth. It's about bringing, literally it brings your DNA into balance. It heals your DNA. It heals and lowers your cortisol levels. And that is your stress levels that tear apart your divine form. It also thins out your blood. All the research is out there. And it brings your blood pressure down. So there's so many benefits to your physical and being able to move forward on your life and not build walls around you and get stuck and not believe in yourself. So this is really so important to all your other chakras to come into balance. If the earth isn't open, they get jammed up and jelly tight. And then you come back to my table and we remind you, did you love your feet? Did you connect? So we're going to start off with the frequency and vibration of the earth element, or the root chakra, okay, and the color is red. So we're going to go ahead and play the sound for you here. This will help align everything while you're listening to it. And again, you can go to YouTube and you can click in Balance My Root Chakra. You're going to hear the same frequencies. Touch into the frequencies of crystals. And so anything red, I'm not even going to talk about what kind of crystal it is, but it is red. So you can wear it, you can hold it in meditation. I also want to mention too that petrified wood is very earthing and rocking you into the earth. It used to be wood and it anchors you in. And everybody on my table gets the information about the black crystals because they are very grounding too. And what they do is they absorb all those electrons that have a positive charge. And we're not judging it as happiness and joy. It just has positive frequencies. And the stones absorb. The black stones will absorb that and bring it into balance. I also talked to you about, and we're going to mention it here in the Earth video, the selenite. Yeah, it's not red, it's not black, but it definitely is earthing you and grounding you, and I invite everybody to get into selenite. It doesn't need to be clean, it doesn't need to sit in the sun, it doesn't need to sit in the moon unless you want it to, but it will give you clarity because it's white and clear quartz, like a quartz. It is a quartz. And it also cleans you off. So you go ahead and you clean off that beautiful energy field around you and you apply it on your feet. It makes all the difference in the world. Don't leave home without it, or don't leave my table without getting invested in something like that. And then the foods, of course, are the root or earth chakra is under the earth. Anything that's a root, your carrots, your beets. We have some nuts there. We have some onions there. Bring these into your diet because you want to keep the balance that you felt on the table. So you're going to do the movements, which we're going to tap into next. You're going to get the crystals. You're going to invite the foods that will help anchor you. And you don't have to invest a whole day in this. You can actually, within 5-10 minutes, you can have your energy, hygiene, and balance. So let's step into the movement. I want you to take a deep breath and pause. Root chakra, frequency and vibration is red. The element of earth, the breath, is in the nose and out the nose. Slow and methodical. Beautiful. We come into balance. I'm going to talk a little bit about our relationship as above, so below. We are connected to the energies of the stars and the solar flares and the moon. And so there's a trifecta of Earth. And we have the astrological sign of Taurus in the neck. We have Virgo in the colon. And we have Capricorn in the knees. So if you have a sun, a moon, an ascending rising sign, these may be gifts or challenges for you. So we're going to go ahead, and I know that you've loved your feet, right foot, left foot as instructed. We're going to anchor in, we're going to connect. You can hold the bottom of your spine, or you could just bring that 12-foot cord down into the earth, and we'll bring it up, because before we do our movement, we got to set our intention. What is your intention? Balance, health, vitality. Maybe it's protection, connection. You're going to know that. You're going to see what that looks like. You're going to hear what that sounds like. And with earth, you may smell it too. And the expression starts with you. What were your I ams? I am balanced. I am healed. I am flowing. All those earth, beautiful, rooted connections. I am believing in myself, whatever your I am. So remember, before you go to sleep, there's that vortex again, the same one that you got when you're on the table, where you, like a magnet, bring that frequency on the subconscious level to you while you sleep. So you may get solutions and answers to your questions. And of course, we want to breathe into it and integrate it. This is all etherical, unseen medicine. We breathe into it through the nose, slowing it down. What action am I going to take? What's that feel like? And what's the foundation? Do you have a sacred space for your earthing and connecting? Do you have a favorite tree that you go to? Do you have your crystals and your moments to just be? At least 10 minutes a day, being in meditation with your stones and your intentions and paying attention to that. So let's go ahead, anchor in again. We're coming up and we're going to make like the tree of life, of the wisdom, the knowledge, and the balance that the tree has to offer. Anchoring in, the deeper the roots, the higher the canopy, the stronger the reach. Connecting into your clarity, connecting into the vibes of your energy, your spirit body. Bringing it into balance. We're going to go ahead and clasp our hands. We're going to place them right behind your neck. You can even put your thumbs there. This is Taurus. So we're going to learn to slow down, Taurus. You're going to learn to be in that hammock. I want you to start swaying. The trees have taught me that flexibility is critical for Earth. If these trees down here in the Keys don't bend, they snap. Up in Ohio, the roots were so deep that the only thing that would really bring down a tree is lightning. So we come into balance with our Taurus. Taurus is this, I think of Winnie the Pooh when I think of Taurus. He was in his tree, he loved the abundance of his honey, but he was so friendly, and he was methodical, and he was so inviting. He was a friend to all the critters in the woods. And that's Taurus. They're nurturing. They love abundance. They love food. They love, they all love Earth, but some Tauruses have to learn to get back to the Earth. So we're coming into being, we're sitting in that hammock, we're swaying. Now we're going to go ahead and roll the back of your neck, no particular way, whatever feels right. We're going to bring that neck into balance, giving it some loving. We're going to learn where our shoulders are. We're going to relax them. And now we're going to bring them up. Your chin's going to come to your chest, and you're going to roll from side to side. Slow and methodical. Make sure those shoulders are up. I don't want you to hurt your neck. And it really is, maybe integrate that slow, that tree swaying. And let's integrate the breath, in the nose, out the nose. Very connected. Okay, let's relax our shoulders. We're going to bring them up again. We're going to tilt our head back, and we're going to roll from shoulder to shoulder, trying to integrate our breath and our flow. Our wind, the will of the wind, the sway, the flexibility. Beautiful, Taurus. And one more thing to do with your neck is activate your hands, get them nice and warm, and put them on your face. And like you would a loved one, you just want to squeeze their little cheeks and give them a little kiss. You can do that to yourself, because what you give yourself, you give others. So you just move your neck with gentleness and tenderness, reminding yourself to look around, Taurus. Don't get stuck and focused. You can be very fixed. I want my honey. You come on, relax, be in the moment. There you go, little worker bee. Now we're going to activate our hands again. We're going to talk about Virgo, which is your large colon. So we're going to clasp our hands, nice and warm. And we're going to start at the right lower abdomen or quadrant, as we call it in the medical field. We're going to come up the right, across, down and around. This is your large colon. Your large colon is quite necessary to release all toxins. You've got to get rid of the toxins. That's its job, to eliminate, remove, let go, open up, let it go. Let go of the toxins. It's also about absorbing that sacred fluid and the nourishment. The smaller colon takes all the enzymes and minerals and good stuff, but the colon is kind of like a buzzard. It kills, it gets rid of all the poisons and anchors it in, right, if you release it. And Virgo's a worker bee. They refine and define just like the large colon. They love herbs. They love growing things. They love connecting. They love medicine and health. That's what Virgos are all about. And they also love erasers and spreadsheets and Windex. They love to clean. Virgo needs to learn to take care of themselves. They care for so many people, but they need to learn to take care of themselves. Make that a priority. Now we're going to tap into a little bit more movement for Virgo, but we're going to do it with Capricorn. Stability, strength, foundation. We have a flat tabletop back. Our shoulders are scrunched, protecting Taurus, our neck, always. And we're going to go ahead and breathe into a beautiful stretch that not only is going to open up your flexibility as a Capricorn. You bring that right knee forward, that left one's just going to automatically come into balance, and the left, slow and methodical. Let's go ahead and connect with that light within us. Stretching it, I invite you to take those breaths through your nose and out through your nose, anchoring in. I want you to close your eyes. You may even be able to visualize the energy line around you. It should be very straight. It might be purple, blue, or red, or scarlet. It doesn't matter. And you'll see it coming from your knee to your hip. And this is part of your gravity lines. This is part of your sacred geometry that's around your body. It's the things that I do see when you're on the table and what we bring into balance for you. Now imagine, if you will, as you're stretching, that the beautiful Virgo, that large colon's being stretched. Imagine you're at the carnival and you have that taffy pull. You see it stretching it and softening the taffy, coming into balance there. And we're massaging all those organs, right? All those connections. And now, the trifecta, we're going to get Taurus involved. What are we going to do? We're going to take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the nose, and look over the opposite shoulder. Look but don't stare, Taurus. Look but don't stare. Come into balance in the stillness and the quiet. Taurus loves to look back and get focused, but like the analogy of the arrow, we have to pull back to go forward. We learn from our gifts, we learn from our mistakes, our accomplishments, our success, and we go forward. So we come into balance with all that. And you know where I'm going with this. The most critical move, if you do nothing else, you're going to love your feet every day, right and left, and you're going to come into a polarity squat. And so we're going to let gravity pull us down into the stillness of the earth. And we come in. It helps sometimes to have shoes. If you can only come this far, only come this far. 15 seconds is what I ask you to do, to come into anchor. You push your elbows against and you come into oneness. You have 4 etherical energy diaphragms, we call them, above your shoulder, under your ribs, above your sacrum or your pelvis, and under your pelvis. They're coming into close proximity here. Those atoms are now in relationship and coming into balance by this posture. And this is what's happening. You know, if you consider these ley lines in your body, they're coming into connection. And you've loved your feet and you've opened your portals, so you're bringing anything that's out of balance or maybe expanded into the earth. She feeds us, she waters us, she gives us air, she gives us shelter, and she balances our energy. We're in relationship, right? You can go right into your nervous system if you want right now. Remember, forward and back. We have a whole video on that. That's your sympathetic, your fight or flight. You want to come into focus and vitality. And you can go side to side. That is your parasympathetic, the parachute, rest, restore, rejuvenate, coming into relationship with the will of the wind, learning to let go. And then up and down, that's your central nervous system, you know, that's bringing the water to the earth, quite literally. Your bladder is coming closer. It's actually in the woods. This is a great position to be very comfortable with releasing your water. But if you think of the earth, you know, sometimes you have to open it up and water it before you put your seeds in. So that's what we're doing right now. We're coming into balance, we're planting our seeds, your intention of balance and grounding and protection and connection, the stability of your life, the structure of your life. And then you're going to water it. And then you're going to expand it with warmth and giving it sunshine. And those little green shoots are going to come up. And you're just not going to pull on them. You're going to talk to them, because those green shoots need your CO2 and you need their oxygen. So this beautiful relationship with nature is so important. And I know we've stayed here way longer than 15 seconds. And if you had to get up, that's fine. But I invite you to stay at least to the point where you burp or gurgle or even toot. It's a very private moment, but it means everything's moving and coming into alignment. So bring your hands forward, just circulation back in the legs. I want you to come up ever so gently, 1 vertebrae at a time. Come to your knees. I want you to anchor in there. Make sure you don't jump up and get a little lightheaded. Bring your pelvis under. Connected and protected, protected and connected. Namaste.